Hello, Wastelanders. Welcome to the Initiative Order and welcome to Vault. This is a Fallout RPG set in the Texas Commonwealth in 2177, and this is the finale of our tale. So welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. So glad you all are here. Thank you for everybody that's been watching, tuning in every week, watching on YouTube when you can't make it to the live streams. We're just so honored to be playing this game in front of wonderful people, but more importantly, just playing it and making a relationship, with these characters and building friendship with our friends. So before we dive into tonight's game, of course, we're going to thank our wonderful lovely sponsors. Of course, we've got Session Zero Clothing. They make D&D inspired streetwear. You can use the code ORDER at checkout for 15% off. Norse Foundry that make beautiful dice. And you can use the code TIO15 at checkout for 15% off. Roaming Player Gear, where you can use the code Carnaby for 20% off the Dice Tower Tray Combo Set. Mithril Armory that make these really cool tinhedral puzzles, dice, and other D&D clothing and whatnot. They've got some really cool things like that, so go check out their site. And of course, Umbral Oculus by our own Taryn. If you have not, look at these, they're so pretty. So if you have not got a set of these beautiful Umbral Oculus dice, we all have them, we all love them. They are amazing. You do want to go get in on the sales when she drops those because they go fast. And of course, you have the monthly subscription where you can get D20s. So yeah, there's the option for that because you can never have too many D20s, especially if you're playing Fallout where all you need are D20s and D6s. So and of course, we always appreciate bits and subs. That goes to help us, the Initiative Order, make wonderful streams. And if you want to donate the players directly for the finale, you can do so by donating to donating to our Ko-Fi, where we split the tips when we get those. We do appreciate them. But yeah, so all right. Let's go ahead one more time around the table and introduce our wonderful players. We, of course, will start with Ash.
Oh, hey, what can I say? I'm not J Casual, but I am Utahime. I sort of made that work. I did for a brief second. I had to do it. It's my tribute. All right. Hi, guys. Yes, I am Utahime. And I am a cosplayer, streamer, and TTRPG performer. You can find me on social media at Utahime Cosplay, and that's Facebook, Instagram, here on Twitch, where I occasionally stream on my own channel a variety of games, which I'm hopefully going to be getting back to this week. And you can also catch me on Twitter at Brianna DeCoster, and I have been playing Ash, your resident super mutant, who was all about smashing in faces, but then she discovered family, and her heart grew sizes larger. Yes, it's been such an amazing journey. I'm not going to get into that right now because I'm sure we're going to have some sappy ending where we just give lots of love to one another. So I'll wait patiently for that time to come. But let's get wasted, y'all.
Okay, Peggy Sue James.
Hey, what can I say? I'm not Jay. My name is Taryn. Taryn Hackett, also known as Valrook across the socials, generally creative human and eldritch entity, feeding on the absolute torment of my best friends. But I'm also a dice maker under the moniker of Umbral Oculus Dice. That's UO_dice on the Instagram or Ko-fi.com/UO_dice. Enter code initiative, discount code there for 10% off any full set in my shop, which I do actually have sets in stock right now. So go do the thing and go look at it. Beyond that, every other Tuesday, I'm over on the Red Hair Inn playing a little cinnamon roll, and I love her. And then coming back this next weekend, we step back beyond the veil once again to peer into the nightmares that I had as a child. You're welcome. But that is every other Sunday on the Initiative Order at 4 p.m. Pacific because time zones are stupid. But tonight, one more go round, I'm playing Miss Peggy Sue James. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to die this episode. So let's go.
Hey.
You never know. All right. Sugar Cyrus.
Let me be clear.
Hey.
Thank you, Overseer. There's going to be a TPK, but you can call me Jay.
It's
Casual. You can find me on all social media at Just Too Casual and Casual Creativity over on Twitch. Writer, streamer, entertainer, but more importantly, I am a game designer, both of TTRPGs and video games. That's the promise for this year, and I will deliver it. Nobody can stop me. I'm writing my own anime-inspired urban fantasy TTRPG, Deep Breath, where the old world of magic meets a new world of technology inspired by a lot of things anime. And I am actually writing the official first pack of starter adventures for people to start getting more playtests. If you want to run a game, play a game, anything that you love about anime, they're all inspired. I just finished writing the draft of the Cowboy Bebop adventure, so you can enjoy a little bit of space cowboy experience. Also, for those that are fans of Firefly, it's inspired by both those two elements. So stay tuned for the awesome.
Welcome.
Yeah, I appreciate that. You're the reason I watched it. But I am playing the most important character of this party, obviously the main character, and the reason that this party is not dead, or technically why they should have been dead, Sugar Cyrus, the explosive personality, the destination of charming, but most importantly, I'm disarmingly handsome. You're welcome.
The Mr. Marcus Cole, I believe you're next.
I don't know how to follow all the inaccuracies there, but I'll try. My name is Justin.
Hey,
I do
what can you say?
play.
His name is Justin.
I do play Mr. Marcus Cole, the slinger of guns, the washer of hair, and I guess now the new strongman of the group. So he's got a lot of hats he's got to wear, including, I guess now keeping Sugar's ego in line, which is a near impossible task. Something I think with this new arm he's up. He's got to, I guess, got to decide, because I didn't ask last week. Is it more like a bob cut that he has now with his hair? Because it's not long and flowing. What are we looking at?
Yeah, it's singed off. It's like Sam season 3.
Oh, so that's
season
much
4.
shorter. That's much
Yeah,
shorter.
so it's like
But did they trim it? They did like Sims. They trimmed it up, right?
No, they're aliens.
Okay.
They didn't care about your hairstyle.
All right. Well, that's why I didn't assist. I was busy getting that hair evened up.
Yep.
That's why I did not assist land the craft we were in. I was too busy making sure that the hair was done right.
As Marcus would.
Priorities.
Yeah. Okay. And Tipper, our synth.
Hi, everybody. I'm Alicia, or Alicia Marie Body on social media. This is our last episode of Vault, and I really don't even know what to say because it's been so long that I kind of wanted to come up with something witty, but it escapes me. So I'm just going to be really boring and say thank you so much for tuning in. Tipper's had an amazing and kind of well thought out evolution from, Rosie the robot to a fully realized, almost human. And now she just had a really touching experience with her new best friend who formerly hated robots and really hated her, Ash.
Development.
Yes, development. I'm very proud of this character and I had a lot of fun playing it. I think everyone in this group pretty much knows that they're, committable, but that's a good thing. It's definitely a good thing. That's all. I just can't believe it's our last episode. But again, I am playing Tipper, the synth/human/ homebrew that none of you guys can find in any book anywhere, so don't even try.
Yes. Alicia Marie gets special homebrew synth that is not in any book that you can buy. It's not in the roll or the
copywritten.
book.
I'm gonna send y'all a DCMA takedown and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. If Modifius, if we come out with the synth race, they need to pay you like royalties for everybody, like every book that's sold.
That's what I'm looking for.
I love it so much. And you will notice a unfamiliar but familiar, if you were watching the origin stories, special guest that we have tonight, playing the part of PinHead.
Oh, hey, what can I say? I think this works because my middle name starts with J, for I am Andrew J. Alandi. What's up, everybody? How you doing? It's good to be here. Finally to join. I'm watching everybody's reaction. Y'all are great. It's good to be here playing the part of PinHead, the super mutant. If you look on the overlay there, I got 2 U's there. So I'm a super mutant, but again, this does not happen without you, the viewers, and you, the team. So again, thank you to everybody who's allowed me to join this wonderful family as a guest. Again, playing PinHead, the super mutant. I'm a host, actor, voice actor, and a competitive video gamer in Street Fighter 3 on my own Twitch, twitch.tv/Duralath. But again, tonight, I'm here to help close out everything with everyone tonight. And again, super thanks to everybody. Less talk. Let's get to the action, shall we?
Casually, of course.
You're starting to sound like Ash with that. Let's
No
talking.
talking.
I mean,
Less talking.
we did go through a lot together. Come on.
Old habits die hard.
And of course, my name is April Hill. You can find me at stiletto_assassin on Instagram, stiletto DM on Twitter. And of course, this is the finale of Vault. However, later on this year, we will be doing miniseries, a spin-off miniseries in the Wasteland, in this same setting, as well as possibly some one-on-one Lone Wanderer spin-offs of it. So yeah, so be watching for that because it's gonna be fun. All right, well, one last time, grab a drink, something cuddly like Mr. Jangles, and everybody, let's get wasted. All right, welcome back. And I wanted to say thank you so much to Red Hair Inn for the raid. I didn't get to say that earlier because we were doing our introductions, but thank you so much for the raid. We really appreciate it. All right, so last week, you all found yourselves on an alien spaceship. Not the Wasteland. You woke up in a spaceship. You were all in a room together, and, well, one of you had been changed quite a bit. Marcus, your arm wasn't there anymore, but it was replaced with a mechanical one after the explosion that happened from a nuclear mine on Pharaoh Fox's bus that was set off by one Sugar Cyrus by accident. Luckily, you had a guardian angel or guardian alien, who's been watching you all for the past 5 years, who had actually helped Ash escape the vault, unbeknownst to her. This was an alien Well, that same alien now was on the other side of a glass window watching you, explaining what had happened, why the Earth had been decimated and the wasteland was what it was now. The race of aliens that she belonged to, well, they needed lab rats for experiments on how to buff themselves up. They lacked physical prowess, but they were intelligent, and that was something that they needed to survive out in the universe. They needed to find a way to become stronger physically. And so they saw the human race and thought, these guys aren't going to last long. They're going to end up wiping themselves out. Might as well use them for our good. Well, they ended up turning the nations on one another, causing nuclear fallout all over Earth, and driving people into vaults, the perfect petri dishes for their experiments. Of course, one of them was Vault 42, where Ash was from, and turns out Ash was the perfect specimen. Everything went right as it should have, genetics-wise, and they were planning on using her and studying her so that they could create a formula to hype up their own race. Well, the daughter didn't like that. She saw compassion and love and family blooming out of Ash, although she was in this terrible situation. And then once she escaped, saw that in all of the Wastelanders that she became friends with and called family. She saw a robot who became more human. She saw a woman who married a guy who completely took everything from her, and yet she still found a way to somehow forgive him a little bit, enough not to kill him. Saw a ghoul who survived 100 years, never became feral, and still, after all this time, was able to have the biggest heart in the wasteland. And a man who lost everything and almost went off the edge, but didn't. Instead, turned his ways and found family and rebuilt. So she took pity, and she saw that you all were about to be blown up and rescued you. Well, the only way she could was rescue you by putting you all on her father's ship. So she helped you escape because there was no way he was going to let Ash leave alive, especially not let all of you leave. So she helped you escape. And in doing so, you also found somebody else. You found one Dr. Jared Gill, who had been captured about 90 or so years ago, and his body deteriorated, but not his mind. They were able to transplant his brain into a robot. He was a robot on wheels, and they had the world's most brilliant scientist and engineer aboard their ship to better understand and study aliens. Finally reunited with his best creation, Tipper, but unfortunately he could not fit on the escape shuttle that you all found yourselves on after taking out the aliens. So you all get on this escape pod. Your friend, the alien, she entered the kill switch and blew up the ship with everybody inside as you all escaped, and you crash landed somewhere on Earth. Not sure yet where. And that's where we left off. So as you crash down into the Earth, you all are rattled and shaken. And the ship itself, the escape pod, its lights are flashing on the inside. The screens that are still, the LCD screens that are still on, they are flashing, and you can see static on them. And you hear a recording, a transmission come over, and you see a face appear. and it's the alien, Kaiza. Again, I am sorry for what our people did. And you can hear fighting and screaming, and you can hear alien blasts and alien chatter in the background, and you can see smoke coming from all over the ship. I know that you won't be able to forgive me, but maybe these answers, maybe this is the one way that I can help fix what we've done. I wish you well. Be better than we were. And then the transmission cuts out. And there's silence, other than the light static that you can hear going on across the ship. And the groaning of the weight of the vessel in the ground now.
As I doubt any of us were fastened in, are we messed up?
You did take some bumps and bruises and stuff, but nothing too terrible. Nobody was knocked unconscious or anything like that. Yeah, there's, and then you start to hear commotion outside of the.
It's trying to keep us from.
Yeah, I was like, wait.
It's okay.
Trying to keep us from being great.
I don't think it's a.
It's back.
Yeah, it's back.
I'm wondering if it's popped up.
Okay.
Definitely could be
So
Pornhub.
yeah, you hear the voice of Lefty. What the hell is this? What the hell is this thing? Is this what made them disappear? What is going on? Where are they? And you can hear them, you can hear other people, familiar voices from the Desert Rangers coming closer to inspect the ship.
Can Sugar locate the exit way and see if we can open it?
Marcus will use his incredible strength to open the ajar door.
Because the escape shuttle is very small, so you all are kind of cramped in there like sardines, and so the hatch is slightly ajar. So it's right there. It's right there, and you can just hear these people outside.
Really,
Lefty, is that you?
Herculean effort.
Yeah. So Sugar and Marcus start opening the hatch as Ash. You call out to Lefty, Ash. What the hell? And he comes over and he helps open the door. What the hell? And as you all peer outside, it's not just the Desert Rangers that are out there. You see people from the settlement just outside of Dallas. Marie has made it out there with the help of her friend at the shop. You see people from the settlement where Ashley was. Ashley herself is not there, but you see all manner of people. In fact, you
Hannah?
also see. No, you do not see Hannah.
Probably
You
not.
also see. Remember, you see people dressed in very strange clothing. One particular individual stands out.
Is it Sam?
They wear pink clothing,
So Sam.
pink ninja-like clothing, and they stand tall with a katana next to their mother, and they approach you.
Whoa.
We gotta kill this guy straight away. No, don't give him a second to open his mouth.
Peggy will tip her hat.
Just abandon.
We and the mother of one Clay speaks. We heard on the radio station that you all had disappeared. Everyone, it's been broadcast all over the Commonwealth that you vanished after an explosion. Nobody was able to find your bodies.
That's because
And-
we're gods now. And Peggy will start to walk off of the
Peggy.
damn.
That's my line.
Well, you're gonna have to compete with my ego now, honey.
Well, I think Marcus has the ego now, especially after that arm wrestling situation.
I am now gifted with incredible strength.
Yeah.
I like that we're crawling out of an alien ship and we're still total dumbasses.
That never
Seriously.
changes. It never changes.
Speaking of which, what the hell? What is this?
What day is it? How long have we been gone?
Weeks. We've been searching for you for weeks.
Did you try looking up?
Yeah, we were pretty far up.
There
Yeah.
was an explosion that happened, and then we saw that, and then we saw the streak of light,
All right.
and we headed here. Everybody's
Hold on.
been looking everywhere.
Sugar's gonna
We had
start
nothing to
hooking
do with
up
that.
the guitar. Mm. Well, let me tell you about the tale that goes so far out. You see how it could ever be. You won't believe your eyes, but no, that's not a disguise. See, we met a man, and in the land he said he was a ranger. That's another Dallas boy. Now I say, oh boy, set off a nuke. Wasn't a fluke. And then the flashing light, oh so bright. And then we found ourselves looking on the stars, oh so far. Not just me, the celebrity. We end up in a spaceship with these strange alien creatures. Oh, might I say, mighty fine, mighty green, mighty blue, mighty hues, don't you see? Next time might be you. Then we met a scientist, brain in a jar, brain in a way, don't see how it can be. And then we moved further and further, and then we fought machines, aliens, blasters. Oh my, shoots a laser in the sky. And then we got in an escape pod. And our friend Tipper said goodbye to her lovely dad. Granted, it's not really father figure if it just made you. That's a confusion for another day. And then we flew to the ground and we crashed. And now I got a bruise on my Now,
Peggy
Marcus
will
got a
start
metal
laughing and then start saying, he meant ass.
Marcus got a metal hand, Ash got a heart, Tipper's got a family, and now I'm dating Peggy. There you go. Hello.
What he said, or saying, whatever.
Yeah.
Did he hit his head?
No.
I wish.
What would Clay think about sugar?
Clay,
Dying, though.
Clay does not like sugar at all right now.
Probably stop hitting on
who's
his
this
mom.
dude?
Start
At
Sing
some
a
point,
song.
like at some point, probably reaches for a throwing knife. Like, that's a weird one.
Oh my gosh. I was dying to know like what your take was on that. That's just he sings like that all the time.
Yeah, pretty much. Except for sometime. Well, yeah.
It's inspiration.
Always, pretty much, yeah.
Hmm.
You're welcome.
You get used to it.
I kind of like it.
It does not grow on you.
It can.
What
Yeah.
that?
100%.
Jeffrey.
Oh my gosh! Right when you said that, it came back.
Oh no,
Oh,
he
no.
knows now.
He does. It's,
Oh
no
my
one-
gosh.
Oh no. All right.
What?
All right.
But the
Oh,
damn bridge,
no.
Bezos.
You got a song for that one? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
better keep that one to yourself. So, a spaceship. You were in the sky. For weeks.
Weeks?
Well,
I
I
mean,
think we were asleep for quite a bit of it as we were blown up.
That's
And
true.
Marcus will
Your
fight
your
sneers
arm.
and sugar. Yes,
Well.
that was an unfortunate side effect of being blown up.
Or you're welcome.
Although now that I am the
Frank-
strongest one in the group, I do suppose I owe a bit of gratitude to the insane person who blew me up.
All I'm hearing
Is
is
thank
that
you.
everyone's better off because
Absolutely.
of me.
My hair is slightly disagrees, and I'm going to have to get this fixed.
Well, technically,
Yeah,
that's
it
incorrect because of me. Everybody here probably is gonna die. So there's that. Yeah.
Well, no, we killed the one who had the
Doesn't
main
mean-
hard on for you.
Do
I
we
think
know that for a fact?
if we believe the our saving alien, then yeah, I think we do believe that to an extent.
I turned most of them into dust or ash or
And
whatever.
the rest of the fleet doesn't know what happened because we closed off the communications.
Yeah,
Let's
Peggy
hope.
will sit back. I like as this conversation. Peggy will eventually just kind of lean back against the ship and take out that bottle and pour just like a drink, like literally a sip's worth into a little cup, and just is like watching
That
this
reminds
shit
me.
happen.
And you see Marie steps forward and she's like trying to get through the crowd of everybody talking. Is Tipper all right? Oh,
Yep.
Marie,
oh,
Marie,
we've sent out search parties everywhere. When that bus exploded and there were so many people dead, but we never found hide nor hair anyhow. And we saw this thing in the air, those things that I told you that I told everybody about. Nobody believed me. We saw one of those.
Well, we believe you now because we were in one.
we were in one.
This is it. This is the ship. This is one of the ships. This is what I saw.
Yeah, it's
What?
mine.
Yeah.
It's mine. They licensed it to me. This is mine. We own this. So don't touch it because it's actually rigged that if anybody touches it that's not us, your skin will melt off.
Wow.
Something like that.
Peggy is already thinking resale, just so you all know.
Yeah, book deal, appearances.
Ash is narrowly
um,
looking at Peggy like,
PR
like what are you
agents.
doing?
Peggy will look at Ash and do the
Sugar's gonna check on Lady and then also get a few fingers that I hope is still in one of my pockets to feed Bopper.
thank you.
Lady has thrown up at a few
That's fair.
spots inside the ship, and and Bopper is trying to eat said throw up.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's the death claw one. Yes.
It's amazing we were able to retain the death claw. Like they actually gave it back to us. It's interesting they didn't decide to keep it.
Yeah,
but that's cool.
amazing.
Hold
That's
on.
fine.
They probably don't know that it's not like a dog. Like they don't.
But
probably
also, there was a creature who is not of this planet, a ghoul, a human, multiple things. I feel like the Deathclaw was like low priority on their list of
It was a
creatures.
pet. They put it in the cage.
And
But
to
more
be fair,
importantly, why are all you here?
Yeah, that's a thing.
Oh, well, when we saw the explosion, of course, I knew what was going on and what y'all were going to be doing. And, well, everybody wanted to go see what had happened. And we just saw dead bodies everywhere. And the raiders, they took what was left of Favorite Fox. And
What?
as far as I know, he might make it through. He's in a coma. But we didn't find any of y'all. So, and you never came back, and you said you would come back.
Oh,
Of
we're back.
course.
After I saw the ships, the spaceships, I thought the worst. I thought maybe they had zapped you or put robots down to get you, or I don't know.
No, they
Well,
made us all superhumans. Actually, we get to live forever now.
Let's
I wonder.
keep that on the down low, perhaps.
My bad.
Isn't there
We don't
something
know
you should
that.
be telling about what happened to
Yes. You're never gonna believe this. This is gonna seem completely just. I mean, if the story could hit
I
me
don't know.
crazy.
Is this wise to share all the information? Some people
What do
might
you mean?
find it. Some people might find it upsetting.
But doesn't
It
she
sounds like
deserve
a-
to know?
It sounds
Oh.
like a private story. Maybe step aside. And
Yeah, I just,
I'm just-
take an aside. Y'all step over there. Y'all don't
to
need
lose
all
something.
these-
To
Oh,
lose
okay.
something twice might. Upsetting.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, Marie, I need to tell you something. I think I'm just sort of conflicting informations. I'm excited, I'm happy, but at the same time, I'm sad. I just don't know how to feel. But I have to tell you something. Come here for a second. Come here. And she sort of pulls Marie aside. Your father, my creator, was controlling like the ship that saved us. He wasn't, now before you say anything, he wasn't himself. He was they were able to like, I guess, keep his brain alive and everything he was, but he didn't look or sound exactly, but it was him. So I did, he recognized me. I told him about you and I wasn't able to bring him. And that was, I think I'm gonna have to process that part. There's just been a lot at once, but the best part was getting to tell him about you. He couldn't believe it. He told me to make sure I found you. And I told him that I wouldn't stop until I got back to you again. So
this whole time he was on an alien spaceship.
yes.
This whole time.
Very believable.
It was the most mind-blowing thing about all of this. And yeah, so
he must have been so old. Older than me.
Pretty much. Yeah. But he was still doing great things, even past his age. He kept on doing. The people or the beings that worked for him, like he was considered like genius, mastermind, scientist, engineer of like the universe. Like he started off as this small sort of geeky engineer scientist, like working for Vault-Tec, and he was really like considered one of the most brilliant minds of our time. So of 4 times, of like, I don't know how many eras. So I'm happy that you know this now, that we know this now.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sad I didn't ever get to meet him myself, but thank you. Thank you, Tipper.
You're welcome. I don't really know what we should call each other. Like, I don't know if we should call each other sister or like, since I look like your mother, it's kind of weird. So I guess, what should we call each other? We'll have to figure that out later, but at least, and she puts her arm around Marie and she's like, we're family. Definitely, without a doubt. And she sort of takes her back to where the group is congregated and everyone's sort of talking to them excitedly, and Peggy's selling the rights to our book and sitcom and trying to.
You should have seen this one. It had 3 arms and one of them had teeth on it.
Oh,
tell us more.
You're Marcus. Your friend Gordon. Yeah, he's out there looking for you too.
Oh, Gordon's out here. Is he here?
Oh. No,
Peggy.
He's with one of the search parties. It's closer by, further south. But
how much?
That's mighty good to hear. But now keep in mind, Peggy. Now, if you're going to forgive Charlie, I think you should be able to forgive Gordon, a man you haven't met, who had also had not met Charlie.
I didn't say I wasn't gonna forgive him.
It kind of sounds that way. The way
I just wanted to talk.
Sure, with words.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well,
maybe a toe.
Well, that sounds a little bit more right. Well, I'm sure we'll catch up with him, or he'll catch up with us at some point. I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, he's really happy to hear that you had a hand in getting rid of Saffron.
Had a hand in it.
It's not. That's okay.
It's not the same hand no more.
It is not. I'm still getting used to it, but that's okay. I can take the jokes. That's
neither
fine.
Hide nor hair.
With it, I was gonna say, Marcus was telling Clay about how he defeated the mighty Ash in an arm wrestling match, just as a catch up. Yeah. Because he definitely remembers the chain incident.
Yeah, no, Clay definitely remembers the chain.
Conversing with him about how much he's grown.
Well, it's good to see you're alive and kicking.
You too. I as soon as I heard what happened, I mean, the radio station, it made it sound more fantastical than what I could imagine actually happened. But you said aliens, that's pretty out there. But I knew you're tough. You survive.
You said broadcasting. Are they broadcasting again?
That
goddamn gun, I swear.
I don't know why you act surprised, Marcus. You know how she is.
It's my daddy's gun. How many times do I have to tell y'all?
But it's
Awesome.
rest, like just let it be.
It'll come back if it's meant to be.
And to
Oh.
just, so yes, we dealt with aliens. My father's an alien. No big deal. We're just having a grand time. That's
Oh
what
yeah,
it
I
is.
think that I remember
Friends
Sugar
blowing up
singing a
friends.
certain song that maybe you should take to heart. I think it was something, Let It Go. There we go. Yeah, there was that song, Let It Go. Yeah.
Speaking of letting it go, somebody let go of the detail that your daddy's been watching your back. I did not miss that detail. Now, did I?
It's irrelevant.
That seems pretty fucking relevant.
And you see some people that are dressed in leather and cool vintage band t-shirts, kind of step around.
Oh, these assholes.
Yeah. Is your family, Marcus?
Sugar was it?
Yeah, that's the name.
Ashley sent us. She's still back at the town, but she sent a bunch of us out looking for you. Heard that you had gone missing. Everybody is all over the place, worried. And
I mean, no need. I keep telling people, I literally cannot die.
well,
Seems like she's having trouble letting go.
I just wanted to. I mean, I don't know. Like you just, that the concert and everything, and just you have
No
a
worries.
vibe, and we just.
I got some new material for some new music, and I also got some pieces to upgrade my guitar. So don't worry, we're good.
Oh hell.
We'll report back and let her know that maybe you can come by again sometime, play again. That was fun. That was we haven't enjoyed that big of music.
Wait
long
till I
time.
get this new music. It's gonna be out of this world.
Out of this world. I see what you did there. You will notice as you are coming out and you're talking, having these conversations, you will notice that you are in a very barren wherever you are. The land around you is very, it's, please don't. Okay, good. I thought it was about to drop. The land around you seems very dry. You don't see any vegetation in the area. The earth itself is cracked and dusty, and it's very, very warm for this time of year. There's dust blowing everywhere, and there's this haze that's on that's on the wind that you can see that just seems to stretch out for further than you can see. But the earth here is very flat and very barren and very dry.
So before I forget, Marie, right? Madam, Miss.
Yeah. Oh, yes. What?
How far are we from the general location of the vault? That'd be yeah.
Well, actually, we're pretty close to Impact, Texas. That's where in fact, I loaded up some suits just in case we needed to send the search party into the waste.
Perfect. This song's reaching its end. We've done several solos, choruses, hooks. It's time for the outro. I think we got one last thing to do. Isn't that right, Ash?
Well, it's worth a shot, right?
I mean,
we've been on a
told you.
spaceship and crash landed and somehow still alive, and a lot of other crazy stuff happened. So,
Fuck
what
it,
else?
Let's push our luck and see if we can die this time.
See, you
If we
finally
keep-
live in the
if we
sugar
keep
world.
trying. If we keep trying, we'll get there.
Well, I didn't bring enough suits for everybody here.
It's
I mean,
fine.
we've got a couple. We got
I think
about a
two,
dozen.
two
but
or three of us. I don't think require.
no, the radiation in that field is enough to take out anybody.
I think I'm
regardless of-
fine, right? I think I'm fine.
I'll take
You're
a suit.
probably the only one that would be completely fine.
I'll take a suit. I'm sure the others will be perfectly fine.
No, I would like one.
Oh, Peggy might need one too, but everyone else I'm sure will be.
I don't want
Yeah.
my hair to fall out.
Speaking of, does anyone have scissors? That bitch in the sky took mine, and I need a pair.
I got
have
scissors.
I
I have
have
a-
switchblade if
Oh
you
yeah,
need it.
Clay actually does.
Clay would have scissors.
Oh, I will trust Clay to give me a little trim.
Clay is actually that's the Clay specialty.
I'll
The
tell
Clay.
I'll tell him what I'm shooting for. Try to fix up the singe marks and everything.
Right, symmetrical.
I guess a bob cut's the best I can hope for at this point.
The worst part is I remember Clay had two specific things. He's a great cook and he's a great barber. That was like his two only natural
Right.
skills.
It's like full fucking circle over here, yo.
His only redeeming qualities.
Yeah, that's it.
That and his killer abs. That's all.
Killer
Oh
abs.
yeah, those abs.
Oh yeah, the romance novel abs. Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean,
Fabio
everybody
with the
falls in love with the
fucking-
farmer with the abs.
No.
Sure. Why not?
Miss Marie, you said it was right? Oh, yes. You're one of the lawmen, right? One of the desert rangers, I think they call it. Yes, ma'am. Do you have one that might fit me? Well, it might be a snug fit, but I've got maybe a triple X. You think that might fit you? He lifts up his left arm. Might not fit all of me, but we'll see what we can do. You don't mind if I come with?
Well, do we have enough suits? Because if you need one, I would then assume Ash would need
Yeah,
one.
she said that she has about about 12.
Okay.
All right.
Is it going to take 2 suits to get your arm in? And I would.
Can I use my guitar?
That's not all.
Oh, okay.
You got a big foot?
I don't think that's what he was referring
Yeah,
to.
sure. We'll go with that. Yeah, that sounds right.
So tell me,
That
Letty,
brought me around
have
for
you
a long
ever
time.
enjoyed a vigorous hair washing?
Oh my gosh.
I don't have
Just say
hair,
no.
but
Just no.
Just point
Scalp
to the
massage.
vault
Scalp
and-
massage
Stop.
is also a thing.
look forward to learning more about this scalp massage
Just
later.
somebody
today.
point the direction of the vault.
It's time to go. Stop. Yep. And Ash grabs one of the suits and's like putting on.
It's a very so for everybody else it fits fine. For you, Ash, it's quite a snug fit with your bulging muscles, especially your thighs. But you are.
It looks like a latex bodysuit on me. It's fine.
It's awesome.
I think everyone takes notice.
Yeah, who's leading it? And Marcus is like right behind Ash.
Yeah, well, and as Marcus is like, as Ash is walking, and like Marcus will like see from the side, Peggy's like,
Yeah, right.
yeah,
Right.
like their eyes meet, and Peggy's like,
Mm-hmm.
So
Why do I feel
is-
like people are watching me?
I always feel like
How did Clay do on the cut? 'Cause that's
I don't know.
honestly
roll for it. Roll for a barbecue.
mostly
Hold
what
on.
he's concerned about.
I have Clay's stats because I've always, just in case, it never needed to be done. It's not even a joke.
Excellent.
That's awesome.
I'm
I-
gonna assume. this
I'll
is like-
assist him with encouraging words to soothe him.
Oh,
Let's see. Assuming that this is going to be using, we'll call it agility.
Whatever your
Yeah.
highest is.
Maybe-
It's gonna be one success.
so it's okay.
Oh, hold on, but I was
This is
assisting
your
him with,
little
I was
rusty-
I was
Oh, you're
assisting him.
assisting.
Excuse me. I rolled a 3. I don't
Okay.
know what I rolled, but I rolled a 3.
Use that extra still for Clay. Okay.
Oh yeah.
It looks okay. It's good.
This
It's just good.
happens sometimes when she dropped. She also
Please.
used it on the Zoom call, but this she's not. It's not
I'm
like
getting
she-
messages.
Upload. We're back.
I'm getting
We're live.
Instagram messages
Live.
from people
Oh,
on
no.
Instagram.
We're back.
They're like,
Okay.
did you guys'
Staying
stream
live.
go down?
Inside, yeah. Inside the vaults. Pinhead, you are you have gone through a rigorous day of injections and shock therapy and testing and you find yourself back in your barracks with 2 less people than woke up in the barracks today. For the past year, it seems, people have not been returning after testing. You can hear people whispering and talking about it, those that are left amongst you, that perhaps this is what happens when you get older. Perhaps you get aged out of the program and you are no longer needed for testing. And today, 2 more people did not return. And every day, people wonder, is it going to be me that doesn't return tomorrow? And as you sit there in your silence, you can hear people talking and whispering. These past 3 years, they've been really bad. People haven't been as happy and satisfied with their existence here. The escape that happened 5 years ago, it got a lot of people riled up that maybe there's more to life, maybe there's things out there, and that's why they're being kept here. But after 2 years of nothing else happening and just more of the same, of the monotony of what y'all have been through for your entire lives, it's just everyone's spirit's broken. And especially with the thought of being aged out and just taken out, it's just been really, really hard lately. And as you sit there and you listen to these whispers and these small conversations amongst those that are left, you hear something strange. You hear the click of the door unlock. It's not normal for this time of day for the door to unlock and to open, but it has.
PinHead is, with the blankest stare, looking at the door. And now, because he's been treated with such disdain from all the testing and all the experiments done, he's hesitant to go to the door because he doesn't even know anymore if that's like something that he should be doing right now. He looks at the door and he kind of just starts gutturally growling. In the 5 years ever since the escape attempts, PinHead hasn't said a word. PinHead has remained completely silent, said nothing to anybody. So the only way he's communicated is just with growls and roars. So he's looking at the door and just
one of the other super mutants gets up and goes and looks closer, takes a closer look at the door, and gently puts their hand on it and tries to just gently touch it to see if it moves. And it does. It just moves ever so slightly. They step back, and everyone else is kind of huddled up against the wall looking. And then they get closer again, and they start to push it open a little bit more, and you can hear the creak of the hinges as the door opens more. And then you start to hear things in the hallway, hear pops and scrapes, and you hear blasts going off in the hallway of things exploding or going off or shooting. But nothing comes into your cells. It sounds like it's going on outside. You don't hear screams, just weird screeching mechanical noises and explosions and zaps.
PinHead looks at the rest of the other test subjects, shoots a glare as if to say, "Stop touching the door." And then finally, PinHead just gets up and decides to go to the door without even looking. He closes the door and looks back and shoots a look at all the test subjects, saying, don't test them anymore. There's no point. And all you can tell just by his eyes, without even saying a word. He just growls at them and just says, "Ugh!" And then you hear the tap of his legs, taps that sound different from the rest of the test subjects, as he walks back to his bed and just sits back down and just blankly stares at the wall again.
You can see a few of them, they back up and they start whispering to one another. You can see their heads shaking like in agreement that they've come up with a decision. They kind of look over at you again, and they go and they sit back down, but they're all at attention and at alert, kind of just watching the door, huddled together in fear of what might be out there.
PinHead's still staring straight, but he could feel their gaze on him. And it's starting to, at first he's okay with it, but the longer their gaze lasts on him and he could feel their eyes piercing, he's starting to get more and more aggravated. So in a complete twist, he stands up again and just goes to the door. But right as before he goes to the door, he turns back to them and just grunts one more time. And he opens the door to just look out and say, peek out, and then close the door again, saying, there's nothing, like his look says, there's nothing there. No more. Stop. And then without even moving, he just stands at the door so that nobody messes with it.
When you peeked out, you didn't see people running. You didn't see anything like that. You did see smoke, though, coming from down the hallway. You can see sparks, and you can see some of the like as you glanced out, you do see some of the doors ajar that normally usually are closed, but you didn't see anybody or any robots out there. But you did see smoke, and you saw some of the other doors ajar. But they all look at you, and
as PinHead stands there, something starts machinating in his mind, seeing those doors open and the smoke, and for a minute, a brief flashback to 5 years ago happens. But he doesn't understand that. He doesn't know what's going on in his head now. His head starts shaking a little bit, and then he fully shakes his head and says, and then goes back to his blank stare, but the memory is still there.
And outside the vault, you all are traversing the haze of this nuclear waste field. As you use your Pit Boys and the Geiger counter that Marie has provided you with to try to figure out the best path to try to get to the entrance of the vault. And you are able to stick together, but it's very hazy and it's very dense, and you can tell that in Tipper you would sense this too. The air doesn't feel right here, and luckily you do not have lungs, but you can taste the radiation because you do have the taste sensors. So you can taste the wrongness of the air here, and it just feels bad on your sensors. Like you can tell that if you were organic material, this would be hurting you very badly.
Wow. It's almost like oily. Do you guys, well, you don't feel that, but if I could describe it to you, you guys would be soup right now if you didn't have those things on. Just thought you'd want to know.
you're muted.
I just realized that.
Ash.
I think.
Yeah, I lived through it, so I know better than anyone.
Yes, I think if we were to take these off, we would be soup.
Soup.
This is something else.
And as you continue on, eventually you make out something metal on the ground. And then you get closer and it gets bigger. It's not just on the ground, it's in the rock face of this big, huge boulder type area. It's a very large cog with the number 42 on it, and it's open.
What is our pecking order? Like, are we just all walking in a crowd? Like, is someone leading here? Is Tipper
I
leading?
am.
You're
Marcus is
leading? Okay.
as
Okay.
close to Ash as he possibly can be.
Okay.
I think Ash would have been in front with Sugar probably. If Sugar was kind of to the side.
Okay.
Sugar's just like, let's
Tipper's-
get in there.
And Lefty would have been also trying to stay close to.
Okay.
It's weird being back home.
I barely made it out alive. You
I
think
mean-
anybody's alive in there?
I mean, the door's open. Why would they stay?
Something ain't right.
This place was like hell.
Something's wrong.
Maybe
Something's wrong.
the radiation got back in there and they all died. But where did all the robots go?
Where did all the robots go? Good question.
Well, let's find out.
We can,
Sugar, you're not. I mean, are you guys okay? Are you guys sure you want to do this? I mean, yes.
Sugar.
I waited a
That's-
long time for this.
That's up to Ash, isn't it?
Ash.
We got your back.
Lefty, are you ready for whatever we might see down there? 'Cause I know sure as hell I'm not, but it's better to have answers than not have, to not know.
Yeah. I think I've wanted to go back for so long to see if we could find the others. If maybe they were still there, we could save them. But the radiation, we're finally able to. So we're this close. We can't go back now.
And then Ash will, kind of like before, where she reaches out and grasps his forearm, kind of the way that they used to always kind of greet each other and embrace. Together. Let's do this for PinHead. All right, let's go.
Guess we're doing it then. Pull your hoods up. Keep them up, I should say.
And as you get closer to the vault entrance, you can hear this static noise. You can see sparks, and you step into the vault, and you see bits of robot over there, up there, over there. Some of the bits are on fire. Some of them are still smoking. Some of them are sparking.
What?
But there's just, and then there's silence. And then there's silence. You don't hear people. You just hear the static and the small flames. And then you hear some more out of the silence. You hear more explosions deeper into the vault.
Ash will start to head, just like immediately head towards where any of the explosions are, like without thinking. She's just going.
We're following.
Yeah, definitely following. And Peggy's
Yeah.
gonna lean over to Sugar while they're like running. Do you think us taking out that might have? Is there just like as she's running like next to Sugar?
Who knows? I'm just here for the final crescendo.
You're way too fucking peppy about this shit. It's like
a general question. I presume we're still wearing the suits. Did Marcus have the forethought to take his gun belt and put it outside the suit, or is his gun underneath the suit? Because if he
did you?
Well, I mean,
why would you? It's up to you.
Justin didn't think of it. I don't think Marcus was distracted by fucking Ash. I don't think. I doubt he remembered this. So his gun is this.
Inside the suit.
He's fucking useless.
Sugar very intentionally keeps the guitar case not under suit because it's too large, obviously.
Sure,
so.
makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah. Great. Do we get to a point to where I see where we might be able to take our fucking suits off? Otherwise, Mark is just gonna see how bullet screen this shit. Jesus.
The radiation, you can see the fog of the radiation has come into the vault a little ways, and you can still see that it's kind of like creeping and it's making its way inside, as if the vault has not been opened for very long. But as you're trying to find the sounds of the explosions, you're getting deeper into the vault, and you see the places, rooms that you had passed by on the escape, that the doors had been locked and you were not able to get into, that they are ajar at this point. You get in further, and then you see a protectron unit that is spinning. Its legs are stationary, but its top is spinning around, and it's basically got flamers. It's flamers on its mechanical hands, just shooting out like a sprinkler system, and it's just spinning.
Ash is going to smash this thing in the center.
Roll
fire.
It's just spitting fire. It's like spitting fire.
It's like if it's up in the air, she's gonna try to smash it. So then that way it stops basically functioning, so they can pass.
Levels out the fire to where it's now even with us.
No, where it cuts off the spire, because if you destroy it at its center core, it can't function.
That's the goal.
Explodes of the fire.
I was confused about the ultimate goal that was. Got it.
Roll your attack.
She doesn't care.
Sure,
She's just gonna smash.
Now, this is the point where Marcus realizes he's made a terrible mistake. He does not have access to his firearm.
Well, it's 3 successes, so I'm pretty sure you're okay.
No. You just the realization of I don't have my gun. I'm absolutely useless.
You have it. It's just inaccessible.
Sure. Take your suit off. You'll be fine.
What's the Geiger counter say? What's that Geiger counter say?
Oh, I have a Geiger counter.
Someone does, right?
Yeah, the radiation seems tolerable, but it's still harmful to humans at this point.
Humans? Oh, cool. Trigger's like, oh.
Yeah, ghouls and super mutants would be fine. And of course, sense, but.
What about cybernetic creatures?
Your arm does not make you cybernetic.
Hey, what are you talking about? I am practically Tipper's brother now, so
Okay, so we got.
Part of you was made by her creator. I guess y'all would be.
We're related.
And there is a stun effect too, so that probably would also short circuit this thing. So there's 2 6s, 2 5s, 2 1s, and 2 2s, and then the rest are 3s and 4s.
It's already badly damaged. Yeah, no, you. Let me get the. Yeah, no, it's completely, you completely smash this thing, and it stops its whirring, and then it crushes it in, and then it stops the whirring, and then the flamers slowly start to die out as it falls over like the Tin Man. It just crashes onto the ground, and then the flames are just.
Who has the Geiger counter?
Sugar has one.
Yeah.
We were given one though, right?
Yes, but yeah.
Marcus is going to take that and then sprint ahead, trying to find an area that is a tolerable number for a cybernetic creature too.
Oh my god! As you start running forward, it's weird. You see Marcus take off, and as you're running forward, you see this door that's open, and you see people in pristine blue and gold vault suits with the number 42 on the back of varying ages, but mostly in fertile ages at this point. But they're they're creeping around the corner, and then they kind of like look at you, and then they immediately start running and booking it back.
It will appear to anyone else that I am chasing them, but I am actually just running in that direction.
They're terrified.
Yeah, 100%. I'm trying to shout at them. Hold up now! I don't mean any harm. Wait up. Are they in suits? Are they in suits, or are they normal?
No, they're in their vault suits.
All right, cool.
Marcus, what are you doing? I'm run behind.
I just realized I don't got Winona, and I feel naked.
Run for your life. There's radiation.
They're running. They're booking it.
Yeah.
So Sugar, you're running with Marcus.
Yeah, because Marcus can't be left alone for any period of time.
Fine. I'm fine. As soon as I can strip down, I'll be fine.
What happened here? I remember the olden days when Marcus used to be really level-headed. Don't you?
He had a cybernetic arm, so
he took some hits on the head.
A lot of hits in the head. So
when the hell was Marcus ever level-headed? Now,
inside the barrack, inside the bunker, your barracks, the bunker room, bunk room. Oh my God, I can't talk right now. Inside the bunk room, you hear yelling of someone say, "Hey, stop!" And then you hear people running outside in the hallway now, and footsteps frantically going down the hallway.
I really just want to be friends.
Does Ash see any any super mutants or people who look?
So far you have seen,
or...
so far you haven't seen anybody, but since Marcus was trying to, he ran away to try to find somewhere to change, he kind of ran down a corridor with Sugar on his heels, and then ran into some people, some humans. So you haven't seen that yet. But you are getting closer as you're getting deeper into the vault, and you see where Marcus is taken off down this corridor, and then you see the corridor where you spent so much of your life. And some of the doors are ajar, but not the one that you recognize as your former home.
Ash will probably kind of pause for a second, just kind of almost kind of lost in those flashbacks of everything that happened while she was there in the vault. She kind of comes to a little bit. She starts to walk, but she starts to pick up pace as she does. It's almost like a light jog to get to that particular door. But as she's passing other doors, she's going to try to also probably peer in before she hits that door. So if she does see anyone else, she would probably stop.
As you glance in, and you can see there are younger super mutants in those rooms that were separated by age groups. You can see that there are, but they look terrified, and they are back up against the wall, and they see you, and they see this large being in this huge suit, with others in these suits in tow. Other one that's very large with a big arm, and they cower away even more as you're glancing in these rooms. There's people here. They survived. Some of them survived.
We gotta start getting some of these people to safety, because there is radiation leaking down here. We gotta figure out how to get these, especially these kids, out of here safely.
Peggy, I need your help. I don't usually ask for help in general, but this once, can you please help me get these people out of here? I don't know how.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Where's that Geiger sitting? I mean, is it dangerous for these people? I mean, because
they're super mutant. They look similar to Ash, but they have abnormalities about them. They don't look as proportional with their structure.
Hey, y'all, we're not here to hurt you, honey. We're here to help you. We're gonna get you out of this place.
What?
We're here to save you.
How? But this is this is save us?
Yes.
Yes.
We're gonna take you to a new home where you can actually be happy, honey. Do you like toys? You ever had a toy?
They kind of look at each other. What's a toy?
It's for playing games.
It's a game.
We'll have to show you. It's something somebody your age ought to be doing. But we're here to get you out of here so you can have a... We got a lot to learn. Do y'all know the way
Ash would have just kept walking towards so while that's happening, Ash already basically was walking to get to the door where they used to stay
and,
with Lefty.
Yeah, and Peggy will just continue to kind of wrangle, like, just be like, do you know where the other ones are? And try to kind of group them together, like, basically trying to get them together, like, so that they can figure out how to get everybody out.
Okay. As you stand in front, Ash, as you stand in front of the door that you of the room that you called home for so long, Lefty kind of grabs your arm. Are you sure about this?
There's a chance that he might be in here.
There's a chance he might not be.
I refuse to leave again. I did it once. Like hell, I'm gonna do it again.
PinHead, outside the door, you can hear muffled talking, and the voices that you hear, you're not sure if that's in your head, but it feels like the voices sound like home, like they feel familiar to you, like something in you stirs. You have a feeling hearing these muffled sounds, these voices inside, just outside the door, and it doesn't seem real.
The tough demeanor for PinHead seems to break down as a result of just hearing something so comforting. And he, almost if by instinct, seems to just slowly turn around, but he can't even just bring himself to push open the door. He's just staring at the door because he heard it, but he doesn't know if it was real or not. But he seems to just place a hand on the door, but can't bring himself to push or pull or anything.
There's that moment where Ash pauses in front of the door and seems to outstretch her hand to place it on the door. She hits it with her fists for a second before basically trying to open the door to shove it open.
And as you shove it open, you feel, okay, it's reconnecting. All right. So, and as you have your hand up on the door, you feel resistance. You feel this push against the door from the other side as you have your hand up there.
He feels a resistance, and then something finally clicks in his head. This is resistance that he only remembers one being in his entire existence ever really having. And like slowly you see his hands start to tremble and stop resisting, and he starts to let the door open, and he kind of steps back because he's not sure what's happening right now. He's looking at the door, and his hand just doesn't want to move to resist anymore. He hasn't even taken a look yet, until the door is fully open.
And you see, as the door swings open before you, you see Ash, you see Lefty, and Ash, you see PinHead right before you with his hand up.
I must be dead, because there's no way. There's no way this is possible. PinHead.
And you look at his body, and he is covered in scars. He has scars all over his body, and he seems a little taller than you remember. And just looking up and down his body, you see his legs are different. His legs are metal.
Ash will just, in that moment of like, almost like it kind of in disbelief that he's before her, will just, after looking him up and down and seeing the condition that he was in, just run and embrace him.
And PinHead, upon feeling the embrace, his arm is still stretched out, and it's all starting to flood back into him. Just there's distinct smells, remembering the feel of Ash and Lefty and what he used to call Pal. And for the first time in years, you hear PinHead. Pal? Pal?
Yeah, buddy. It's us. And we're never gonna leave you again. Never.
Finally, you, PinHead finally breaks down. That tough exterior is gone. And all you see now is a child. A big super mutant child who's found his best friend. And he looks at Ash, and finally, his arms finally come around Ash, and Lefty is nearby, and he sees Lefty, and overwhelmed, he just pulls them both together. Pal! Pal!
I'm sorry we took so long to come back.
How?
We're here now.
And PinHead looks at Ash and Lefty. And he looks to the rest of the super mutants that are behind him, that are also in the room. And his demeanor has changed. He says he's pointing at them. And he's never said a word to these super mutants in those 5 years. Pal! 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 And you finally see a smile come on PinHead's face. He hasn't smiled. He hasn't spoken in 5 years. But he's ready. And
you see where Ash also too smiles, which no one has really seen a genuine, just pure of heart smile. It's usually been her kind of side smirk before, but you actually see her smile, almost as if she also too is like that little kid again, next to her childhood family, her friends. I promise you. And then she puts her hand on his shoulder. No more knives.
you hear Ash says that to him. And another tear comes down. And he says it back to her. No more knives. And then he looks and he points out the door. No more knives. No more knives.
No more.
and it's almost as if he understands finally. Maybe this is their chance. He gets another chance to leave. And he motions and he points over to the rest of the super mutants, and then he looks back at Ash and Lefty, almost inquisitively. No more knives?
We're taking everybody out of here. You hear that? We're gonna get the hell out of here. No more of this. Your lives begin today.
And they a lot of them start getting up, like excited, and just some of them look confused, but some of them are just like overjoyed, and they look more full of life than PinHead you had seen in the past 5 years. There is life and light in them now, and hope. Just with all of the people that are in this room. And Peggy, as you're going around gathering up these children, they eventually start following you, and you go into some of the other rooms that are just next to these, and you see older children, children that are in their teens and a little bit older, that you're able to gather up, and eventually Tipper with you and Tipper, y'all are eventually able to grab all of these other ones, and they start following you. And back with the chase of Marcus and Sugar, you eventually come to a room where there are multiple people in vault suits, and they're just kind of looking at you like, we weren't going anywhere. We weren't going to cause any trouble. We just heard the explosions. We will go back to our rooms now.
Well, we don't mean you any harm. Well, I don't think we mean any harm.
No, we don't.
Well, if they're responsible for any of the shenanigans that been going on here, yeah, we definitely mean you harm. But if you're not, then we don't.
I don't think it's them.
You don't think it's them?
I don't think it's them.
What about that one? He looks a little shifty.
No, it's fine. I think they're good.
You think it's just nervousness?
Yeah, I think they're just nervous. You did chase them in a hazmat suit.
I wasn't chasing them. I was looking for an area where I could. What if you were without your guitar? You didn't have your guitar. I don't have Winona, and I'm feeling.
I don't need my guitar. My voice is pretty magical on its own.
I will grant you that it is pretty magical, but you couldn't really make anything go boom. And if we need to make something go boom,
I can make a lot of people go boom with my mouth.
I'm gonna leave that one and let it simmer for a second. Okay, I'm just gonna let it.
Anyway, everyone, greetings. I am your savior today. We're gonna take a tour of freedom. Over here, you'll see your way out. You'll just follow me, and we'll take the expressway. Thank you so much for your time.
Radiation.
They have suits.
I'm sorry. Did you say
they had suits on? Right?
Freedom? We don't go outside the vault. It's not safe.
Well, if we
they all look normal human.
If you have an access to any kind of radiation protection, we can get you all out of here. It's safe to leave now.
We have those, but we were told that.
Well, those individuals are gone, it would appear. So you should be safe.
Yep, we're now in charge, and we're saying, hey, freedom.
We're not in charge. You can make your own decision here, but we would encourage you, if you want to be free, then you can certainly join us.
A few of them like step closer, and they like can see through the plastic.
Is the radiation down here enough? Is the radiation down here enough? Is it the guy?
No, not. It hasn't quite crept in here, but they kind of like peer inside the suits, and they're like a little bit frightened from what they like. A few of them that have looked closer at Sugar have like.
But then they see Marcus's bob cut.
They see Marcus. So the ones that see Marcus are like fine, but then the ones that are looking at Sugar like.
He's much no. No, that's not. That does not. That's not what happens.
No, and then Sugar's taking it off. No,
you're making it worse. Sugar, you're making it worse.
No, hold on. Let me do my thing. You've been here for a while, and you've been through a lot, and I can tell that you're scared, nervous, shook a lot, and I know this will be alarming to take in, but the world out there has changed, and most importantly, it's a place for you to experience actual life, a chance to live something, to live some kind of way. Look at me. The way I look may be alarming, but I promise you this smile is sincere. I found happiness,
Sorry.
joy, and I've even found love out there. So in that way, you can find the same path. I'm showing you this state that some people are in, that life is full of new opportunities. But it's yours to take. If you choose to stay, there's no one left here but you guys. So if you want to stay, you're welcome to. If you want to leave, you can get suits and we'll get you to somewhere that I think people would care for you.
Also key in that, if you have suits, you don't have to worry about looking like this. You can just leave and you'll be
There's
fine.
nothing wrong with looking.
I didn't say there was, but if these people don't want to experience that look, they don't have to if they don't want to. If you do, well, actually, this radiation is pretty tough. I think it just kills you outright. You may not want to experience it. You definitely
I actually think it's kind of cool.
Exactly.
Sure. Are you advising them to walk out there without suits? Is that
No, please put on the suit though.
Because you will die. You will die horribly if you do not have the suit. In fact,
I have a robot friend that says you'll become soup. So
in fact, looking at this Geiger counter here,
no, we don't talk. We don't talk about robots.
There's no more robots. Don't worry about that. But
that's right,
I definitely get into your suits now because it seems like the radiation is getting stronger.
Put on the suits.
Is that what we heard?
Talk later.
The doors. We heard the doors.
A friend of mine once said. My friend of mine once said, "Less talking." So let's go ahead and do that, and let's go ahead and get those suits on, and let's get you out of here if you want. If you want to stay and probably die, that's your business. You certainly can do that.
You see, some of them have already started to don their suits, going and bringing more in, but some of them are just kind of like listening, still in shock of what's going on.
Is there anyone else? Do you know of anyone else around here that we need to grab?
No, it's just us.
So, okay, solid. What I'm gonna need you to do is, for those that are not putting on suits, if you are choosing to stay here and die a painful, horrible death, please move to the left. For those that want to live a wonderful, fulfilling life, please come with us through the door with the suit on.
Let's not oversell it. Wonderful, fulfilling life. It's a barren wasteland out there. People will kill you as soon as look at you.
But it's longer than burning alive to radiation.
I just don't want to. I don't want to oversell. I don't think we should oversell this. It is a shithole. It is a shithole out there.
You can't stay in here. Actually, that is imminent in here.
No. We opened the door. Well, we didn't open. I shouldn't say that. The door was opened.
Yeah, the door was already open.
Radiation is coming in either way.
Yeah,
so
some of the robots started exploding, and
we did that. We did do that.
We, not us, but there's more of us here to help you.
Yeah.
Listen, you can stay here, but you cannot live here. You will die here.
I feel like we're explaining this poorly. Your choices are to die or put on the suits and come with us. And that's not a threat. That's just telling you what's happening.
Yeah. Like, we're not going to kill you, but you will die if you stay here.
Absolutely. We will not kill you. However, there are plenty of things that will kill you on the outside. I just can't.
It won't be us.
I don't want to undersell that. It's dangerous.
And
And maybe you'd prefer to die now and not experience that. But there's good things out there too.
As a ghoul, as they call it, you'll find out what that means. Dying from radiation is very painful.
Mm-hmm.
My skin hurts from time to time, but I got used to
it. It looks like it hurts.
Yeah, I've been alive for about 100 years.
Go on,
It's a
come
really-
on, wake up. Yeah, just one shot.
Uh,
We
and
didn't
for-
find anybody. There was no one to find.
so
dusty.
you can see people are starting. The people that went and grabbed some of the suits are coming back now. With a few of them are carrying babies.
Oh,
There's
Jesus.
not many, but there are some that have infants with them.
Now, Sugar, these
That
are
look normal,
these are
that look
children.
completely
These are children
normal.
that can be saved.
Normal
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
human.
Sugar, these
aware.
are these
I
are
will shoot
children that
Marcus, your
that
next
can
words
be
better
saved.
careful. I will shoot you.
I'm not saying anything we don't already know. You and I know. I'm just
There's not
stressing the
many
point.
of them, but there
Stressing the
are
point.
some, and you can see a few toddlers start to come out, and they're normal looking.
Do hazmat suits come in toddler
children.
size?
I think maybe they just put them in with them, like snuck them.
we have
Maybe some of the smaller
we have-
people
we have
I could
some,
put in a
don't
bigger
worry.
suit. No, smaller people in bigger suits. The baby
Somewhere
fit in
somewhere
there.
down the corridor out loud you hear Peggy yelling like commands at like children, pretty much just down
Oh.
the
God, Peggy's alone with children. Oh God, Timmy. Oh God.
Okay, fuck you. Peggy wasn't the one that shot him.
Listen, I don't have to worry about Peggy. Peggy didn't kill Charlie, so at this point, I think Peggy's done killing in general. I think.
Okay, but are you? I mean, or is it just if you think they might be better off dead, you'll kill them?
I don't know. You seem to be missing your natural arm. You want to test that?
Why not? I mean, now you're threatening me. It seems like you go from 0 to 60 awful quick on this.
I'm
kill.
not threatening
Trying
you.
to-
As
trying to
we
figure out where
said,
everything's placed.
We're not making a threat. We're just
Dear
saying
God.
your next line may cause you to die and has nothing to do with me and my actions. Anyways, everybody's suited up and ready to go. It's going to be a wonderful trip. Let's go.
You
Well,
see, everybody's
probably
getting
not.
their
You're going to
suits.
be walking by a lot of death and destruction. Just to be clear, don't want to oversell it, Sugar.
Outside the room with the tearful reunion, you start to hear Peggy's voice shouting, and you can hear a lot of footsteps, multiple footsteps of the various super mutant children that are now following Peggy and Tipper, and they kind of like peek in.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say eventually Peggy like comes down the hallway. She's got like a toddler on one hip, like totally doing the Southern mama thing. I was just like, all right, everybody get the hell over here. Like, and you like the kid, she's got them like walking in lines and shit by the time they get back over there. Ash, we got a bunch of them.
And Ash, you, Pinhead, and Lefty see Tipper and Peggy surrounded by super mutant children.
I might keep this one.
I'm definitely keeping this one. She has one like on her shoulders, and she walks through a doorway, and it's too shallow, and it just knocks the kid off her shoulders.
She's very strong. I've never seen someone that's a machine that's nice and strong. I
I'm gonna
like
teach
her.
this one to shoot guns.
Pinhead, these are my family.
Oh, Ash.
Just like you.
Just like Cash.
We don't talk about that one.
Pinhead.
Family?
He pets himself. Family.
Family. And Ash will hit Pinhead on the chest, like where the heart it would be.
Family.
Welcome to the family.
Pinhead is still a little overwhelmed because he doesn't recognize, but he knows to trust Ash. Whatever Ash says, follow it. So he kind of blankly stares, and then like the faintest smile like creeps up, and as he looks to Peggy and Tipper. Family.
Damn right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then he looks back to Ash and Lefty. Family.
Always family. Now let's get the hell out of here. It's time.
Definitely.
Seriously,
Definitely.
This one's cute as shit. She's got really long fingers. She's gonna be really good at this.
You can see Bopper's like nails are scratching on the floor. Fingers.
No, these ones stay on the hands. But we'll
and then
go
some of
find-
the other super mutant children are like have taken Bopper's hands and are like holding and like just walking along with Bopper, and they're all just like super mutant babe, like children, toddlers, and they're like holding the super mutant's hand or the Deathclaw, the toddler Deathclaw's hand.
It's like a field trip.
Yeah.
And then you hear footsteps. You hear lots of footsteps, and then you hear the voice of Marcus and Sugar just bantering and nagging each other back and forth. And they are followed by a parade of humans in vault suits.
Does Ash know if there's hazmat suits somewhere for the mutants?
Y'all weren't privy to that, but you do see that there are people, humans, in vault suits and adorned with hazmat suits now, following Marcus and Sugar. Now,
How many people? About how many? Like we're talking 100,
there are
25, 10.
dozens.
As
With-
soon
yes.
as soon as Marcus and Sugar turn that corner, and it's like she sees all the people parading out. Where the hell did you get those?
So yeah, as
need
I was
one.
saying, you guys just live for. Oh man, yeah.
Sugar?
Where'd I get what?
Look what I found. But one, I need. But
So you're in trouble now.
What happened to those? Is that what happens if you don't wear your suit?
You don't want to know.
No, again, you die if you don't wear your suit. I'm not sure how much clearer we can be about this.
I asked a question. Where the hell did you get those suits? Because we got babies that need suits.
I don't know. I found the people, and they
The
found
people
suits.
had the suits. Do
Hey,
you guys
you.
have more suits that can fit these folk?
Peggy is just pointing at them.
Well, yeah, we've got suits.
Let's outfit them. Let's
Get
go.
them. Let's
Did you
get
bring
the
them
suits.
here?
Yeah,
Nope, they've been here. We'll
they've
explain
been here
later.
as well. Let's go get the suits.
They have
Again.
been your neighbor.
We don't have time for
explain
this.
Less talking. Let's
Remember how
go.
previous we said
I
you'll
never
turn the suit, but
thought
keep
you
doing
would
this
say
before
those
dinner.
words. That's amazing, Marcus. Right now, suits. Let's go.
If I had Winona, this would have been a much shorter conversation. We would have been already out of here.
As Peggy moves the little super mutant to her back, and as she's walking by Sugar, no, really look at her fingers. She can play guitar and shoot gun. It's just-
You're done.
Stop
You're done.
adopting every creature you
You're-
find.
You're done. Fucked.
That a few of them, we've got some extra suits. We can go get them if that's needed.
Go. They're needed. We just said go
Okay.
get them.
All
get
of
'em.
them.
Okay. And they start. A few of them go back and come back with suits, and you can see that the humans that have been inside the vault with they have various sizes of children and whatnot. But you can tell that none of these humans are older than fertile age. But they come back with the suits. You need to tell me y'all been here this whole time. I ain't never
Yes.
seen nothing.
It's a long story. We don't have time.
They start giving
Help get
over, handing the suits that they have.
Tipper,
Help
here's
these-
one for your little one.
Help these little kids
Here,
get.
let me put it on.
Get his-
Well,
Oh, thank you. It's like got its head stuck trying to pull it over.
oh
Because you
wait.
knocked some of the brain out of its head.
It's got a hard head, thankfully.
Super mutants.
I think I might be confusing people though. Hold on. So then Tipper sort of presses the button under her arm and she turns into a robot form.
Every
Oh,
super
jeez.
mutant's
Like
child.
I was confusing the humans.
Like everyone that's looking or that's close to you screams, and there is panic
Hold-
ensues, and they
Tip-
start.
Tipper,
Hold.
Tipper, change back. Change back, Tipper.
Oh.
And
This
even
one-
some of the humans are like, "We'll go back."
This Pinhead. It's okay.
Hey, she's
She's-
not a.
She's family. Good.
And Tipper sort of
He's
reaches her
good.
hand. She touches
Oh,
her heart
geez.
like this. And she reaches like slowly toward, she keeps one hand on her heart and she steps forward and slowly places her hand on Pinhead. while looking him right in the eye. Family.
Pinhead is
Yeah.
resisting the urge to lash, but he heard Ash say family. So he's holding it in.
I know. I also wanted to smash her face in when I found out, but she's a good one. She's not one of them. She's not an abomination. I promise. Do you trust me?
Family.
Family.
Ash, you, family.
And Pinhead finally starts to relax. Family. Family. Family.
Family.
Yes.
Family.
And
Family.
Sugar's gonna kind of get closer.
Yes.
As much as I appreciate this lovely language arts lesson, can we get the hell out of here?
Here,
Well, I
hold
mean,
this one.
Yes, okay.
What do you expect when
All right,
she
all right.
decides to just switch her
Poor
skin
ti-
for like a
It was
hot
poor
second?
timing.
I
It
mean,
was
poor
poor
timing.
timing.
Poor timing.
Yeah,
That's not on
poor
me.
timing.
You know, Tipper.
Tipper.
You know Tipper.
Poor timing
Everyone-
can be her middle name for sure.
Everyone in suits, everyone ready. Please say yes,
Yes.
because this place is gross. The
All right,
acoustics
round
suck.
them up. Peggy's just yelling like she's literally like using cattle terms, trying to get everybody to round up, and she's just like, yeah.
And Sugar goes to the front. Sugar gets his guitar. Sugar
Follow
plugs
that
it into
guitar.
their pit boy. And the ants go marching one by one. Hurrah! Hurrah! The ants go marching one by one. Hurrah! Hurrah! The ants go marching one by one. The little one stops to suck his thumb, and they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the vault. Doo-doo. And we'll just continue that rhythm.
Yeah, and Peggy is like marching next to Pinhead with like, you know, toddler on hips still, just like trying to like, it's like as the music is playing is just kind of like at this point is just making light of it, I guess, because she can't help it.
Oh, Pinhead has not heard music in his entire time there, so this is completely new to him, and this is striking all like the last like little bits of humanity that's left. So he's like, if you've ever seen the Super Mario Brothers movie, he's like swaying as he's walking like the
Goombas.
Goombas.
Oh my god!
That's a blast.
Yeah.
So good. That's the best reference because of your shape and everything. Like Pinhead with, oh man, that's hilarious.
That's funny.
All
All the little kids are like this.
Yeah, they're like, they're just kind of like freedom. They've
Marching.
never been outside the vault before. The super mutants and the humans alike that have never been outside the vault before. As you all step over the threshold and out into the radiation, you can feel this tension lifted and spirits lifted as the last person leaves the vault. And you are this big, huge group that is making your way outside and leaving the wastes and the radiation all behind you. And you look back and the vault door is ajar and it's quiet and there's no sound coming out of it. But all around you, you see Sugar, you can hear Sugar's music playing, and you can see some of the children that have never experienced, and even some of the adults that have never experienced the outside world, even in the dense fog of the radiation. They have lightness in their steps, and some of the children are skipping, their legs are bouncing in ways they've never experienced before. And there's just this sense of joy and freedom and happiness and togetherness. And as you eventually finally make your way out of this fog, any last remarks and things you would like to say?
Well, I do know that Tipper sort of leans over to Peggy, who is next to Pinhead, and she's like looking at this big crowd of people following them, and she's thinking about Marie and Lefty and even like back to Clay and his mom, who we bumped into. And she leans over to Peggy and she's like, I think we're gonna have to start our own Commonwealth somewhere.
I got an idea of where we could go.
Where?
A little further down south. Kind of still own a little bit of land down there.
Really?
That I do. Clean slate too, nothing on it. Just some just some old agave fields. Peggy will kind of look over at Sugar and then look back over towards Tipper. I think our family's a little too big to just hang out in any old city, so. And it seems to me like there's a lot of kids that are going to need to learn how to enjoy life.
That's definitely true. Take that out of your mouth. No, that's that. You take it out of your mouth.
Oh no! Oh,
do they all? Oh no! What is that? That's bad. It's a living creature. Take it out of your mouth.
Like a frog.
That's not a. That's a dead skunk.
With like a frog hanging out of its mouth, but it's a horny toad lizard, and they're like,
you have to cook it first.
Don't eat horny toads. They're well. That's
pokey.
Chewy.
Very pokey.
Yeah, not good. No, we don't do that. No. But yeah, Tipper, I mean, you learn pretty quick. I'm just saying. We could probably teach you how to cultivate some things.
That'll be fun. What are we gonna name the Commonwealth, though? We're gonna have to think about that. Maybe Marcus has a good name for it.
Nope, we're not. Marcus and Sugar are not involved because it'll become Marcus Sugarland or some bullshit.
Sugarville.
Sugarland.
Town.
But I don't have a Commonwealth. I'm just saying.
You know what? I got an idea. We're just right now. We're just gonna call it family, and it'll be kind of a funny thing because everyone's gonna be like, I'm gonna go to family, and they're gonna be like, what the fuck is family? Oh, it's a Commonwealth, and they're all family or something. I don't know. I'm not good with this shit, but we're not letting those two name it because that's just not in the cards.
We look up and we see Marcus and Sugar doing this.
Yeah.
Marcus is just asking Sugar like, how long do you think you have to decontaminate your guitar? Seeing as I just took a massive amount of radiation.
It's fine. It wouldn't be the first time it has.
Oh, so you're going to spread sickness throughout the land. Everywhere you go, after you leave, people get sick for unknown reasons.
You know what? More ghouls.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just asking the question. Right?
Yeah, this is the conversation they're having.
Yeah.
Lefty kind of looks over at Pinhead. Pinhead, this is the first time that you've ever seen the sky. You were finally out of the radiation, and this, like, you've never seen the outside world before. It is vast. It is very big, and you almost have a sense of vertigo the first time you see it. And Ash, you kind of look over, and Lefty is trying to help, like, center, like, and make sure that Pinhead doesn't fall over from the sheer size
buddy.
of the world.
I know. It's a lot to take in.
Pinhead, first and foremost, his eyes would have been completely blinded from the light because he's lived indoors for years. So as soon as his eyes finally adjust, however long that takes, and he's slowly, just again, slightly disoriented, he looks at Ash and Lefty. Out of curiosity, does the door to the vault open outward or inward? Is that
the vault would have, it kind of it pushes in and then it slides back.
Okay.
It pushes in and then slides.
Pinhead looks at Ash and Lefty and takes both of them by the hands or by the wrist, his big giant mitts of hands. He walks them over to the door of the vault. And he looks at it, and are we able to, like, close the door from the outside, or?
Yeah, before y'all left the radiation, you could have probably together with the three of you, your strength. I would say that why don't we do yeah. You know what? Let's do some strength. Let's do a roll. Why not?
After they fail, Marcus will come in and finish it off the right way.
If anybody
You're too busy talking about radiation and guitars. Get out of here, man.
How many D20s do I got to roll for this?
Oh my god, I got a nat 1 and a 3. Let's go.
Yeah. So strength and athletics is fine. So strength and athletics, just roll your 2d20. Anybody that would like to help can add 1 in.
I mean, I'm
Is
pretty
this
sure
something
that like
seems like they need to do on their own though?
successes.
Does this seem like something they want to do on their own though?
Yeah, if you feel
But
that
I'm not going to be a dick and join in if it's normal for them.
Okay, okay.
9 and 8.
You got what?
9 and an 8.
I had a 1 and a 3,
Okay.
so that's like 4 successes, I believe.
Lefty's gonna re-roll.
Holy shit.
Oh, that's much better. I had a 19, and then nat 1.
Oh, check it out.
Hey.
That's no story.
Nat 1.
Marcos will use his super strong cybernetic arm to keep everyone back. So this is something they need to do on their own.
But
You'll see Ash be like,
the
and then like give a nod.
It's very heavy. It's very heavy, and it is not easily moved. But the combined effort of the three of you, you are able to start pulling it and sliding it, and you're able to just get it to click over, and a plume of dust comes out as it clicks shut.
Is there any like mechanism that I could see as PinHead that like looks like if I hit it, it would just destroy the lock and keep this fucker locked forever?
Oh gosh, maybe from the inside, but then again, it doesn't
Ultimate
look
sacrifice.
there would be
sugar has explosives.
There does appear to be like some kind of a keypad that's off set deep into the rock wall that you can certainly smash.
Pinhead's gonna smash. Pinhead is smashing that. I think he's put 2 and 2 together. That's the pin, the keypad to get in, and he looks at it, and with one giant swing of his right arm, he just wants to wallop right into the keypad, and as he wallops in, he raises his arm and just yells, "No more knives!"
Yes. And that the sound echoes throughout the vastness of the wasteland, and several of the super mutants just cheer and rise up and start clapping around, and the music from Sugar plays. There.
Now let me tell you a wonderful tale that tells the time of many folks. There once was a lass who fought inside the cage, filled with pain and misery and overcome with rage. She moved across the land, met many a man, a woman that can shoot, a robot that can change, and yes, it could be her too. Her heart, it grew. And so the once ranger of land, the deliverer of mail, found a way to change and grow, found a way to move the land, found a way to bring the smile to many across the land. And his hair would flow, and yes, you know, the one old Marcus Cole. And then we see the heart of synth, made of metal and shine so bright, the most human of them all, would never let a friend so fall. Her love so great, her love so true, just as the sky once shines so blue. And let me tell you, this is the last I call my friends so dear. And many they met, a samurai of sorts, a wasteland ronin, and let it be. They met so many that could not change their heart, their vision, their dreams so true. As you move from Ronnie the Rocket down south to Arizona, where a land of man of many, now you see the land so true. And then there is the widow you hear, the one that spoke ever so clear. A journey of vengeance turns so red, and yet so many more colors. Yes, the blues, the violets, the greens, the rainbow she saw. The heart her heart grew, and yet she found a reason to keep on living. And so that leaves a bit of me. Who am I, you say? It's simple as that, and simple, you know, a sweet sound so serene. And maybe it's time to become the version of me, the one I lost so long ago, till the very end. So no more sugar, you can call me Calvin.
Yay.
Yeah.
Calvin. So, as you all come out of the wastes and decide where you go next and where you're going to live and continue your lives out here, now a family in the wastelands, having rescued all of these people from a horrible place. That's where we will end our. I want to talk about it. That's where we will end this campaign.
Oh, yay!
You all for getting wasted with us one more time. Man, this has been like a great game. Thank you all so much for being such wonderful people and just like coming up with amazing, y'all had such amazing backstories, and I'm so happy that y'all trusted me to play with them and write a campaign around these amazing characters that you all created. And I'm so honored to be at this table with you guys and streaming with you guys and playing with you guys and calling all friends. So thank you guys so much for that. We've been through so much, but we're still together, and yeah. We just like your characters, we came out on top. So that's what matters. So, and even, I mean, Andy, behind the scenes, Andy has been here since the beginning, supporting, Utahime, from the sideline. So, I mean, even you've been here from the beginning too. So, and everybody that's watching, thank you so much for watching us and supporting us through this campaign. What a wild ride. I would love to, I mean, at some point we might get together and talk about what we think your characters are doing.
Epilogue.
Yeah, like what do you think that your characters would be doing, and shenanigans they would be getting into, what's their life now after, doing all of these things and stuff like that. So we can catch up sometime, but
that'd be funny.
Yeah, so happy that, man, we've been at this for almost a year and a half now. So it's been wild and amazing and beautiful.
It's amazing.
And
a year and a half.
Yeah.
Wow.
My name is April Hill. You can find me at stiletto_assassin on Instagram, stiletto DM on Twitter, and not here every Monday night, but in the future, you will. I am sure, like, I'll be streaming on Monday night here on the Initiative Order, doing more Wasteland things. But next, probably My Little Pony. Complete switch up just for a moment, just to get out of the feeling.
Change.
A little bit, like get some serotonin and dopamine and going and some combat all of these feelings. But yeah, so be watching for that. Ash, Utahime.
Okay. Yeah, I did not expect that song. That totally wrecked me. So thanks, Jay. Anyway,
Casual.
What can I say? But Jay wrecked Utahime, and I am Utahime, and you can find me on social media at Utahime Cosplay. And of course, as the name suggests, I am a cosplayer, I'm a streamer, a TTRPG performer. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch, where I'm going to be getting back to streaming on my own channel. And also, too, you can find me at Brianna DeCoster on Twitter. And as far as the stuff that I'm up to, you can catch me here on the Initiative Order every other Friday for the series for Alien. No Turning Back. I play my character B, who is sweet, but also too, she's causing a ruckus already, and it's only been one episode in, and it's a lot of drama. So definitely check it out, and that's at 6 p.m. Every other Friday. And then you can catch me on Ecrium Expeditions. The next episode is actually on my birthday, so please tune in and support for my fun shenanigans over there. And that's at the Red Hair Inn, and that's 5 p.m. Pacific time. You can also catch me every other Wednesday on TR, and that's on that _D'Angelo's channel. And there's going to be some more stuff, some more announcements to come. There's another campaign on the way that's going to be taking place on Sundays, so stay tuned for that announcement. Can't say anything just yet, but soon. But most importantly, I just want to thank everyone at TIO. Thank you for having us and allowing us to share these characters with everyone who's been supporting and viewing over the past year and a half. Also, too, thank you, April, so much for, I say this all the time, but I'm super serious when I say it. April was the person who trusted Alicia when Alicia was like, hey, I have a friend who would be perfect for this campaign. She's new. She doesn't know much, but she's willing to learn. And she took a chance on this noob, and it literally changed my life during the pandemic. I really needed all of this creativity and all of this awesomeness that's been this campaign. And I can't say it enough. I'm so grateful for you trusting someone who was so new to explore this in-depth character. There were so many layers to this character, and you just went with it, and you supported me, and you, along with everybody else, weaved our stories together so beautifully. And I just thank you so much for all that you've done for the community, and your positivity and your light, and don't let anything or anyone ever take that shine away. Also to my amazing cast members, you guys have been an inspiration. I've learned so much. I've grown so much as a player, as a person, just knowing each and every one of you. And Justin, we're gonna have to get you on social media, so we can love on you more. But seriously, it's not many times that you get to be a part of something so special, and to have been able to be a part of this from beginning to end, and for us to have such a beautiful ending for our characters. It means a lot to me, and you guys are always going to be close to my heart, and I will continue to bother you no matter what. So you're stuck with me, kids. But thank you guys so much, and of course, Andrew, for helping to be a part of the conclusion to this saga, and always being the supporter and behind the scenes and helping me with tech, and so that way I could do the thing. So love you and appreciate you, but I love you all, and I love you, every last one of you, seriously, who have been supporting and continue to support each and every one of us. We really love and appreciate you guys, and I will finish with that. Bid you adieu. Thank you.
All right, Peggy Sue, Taryn, what you got for us?
Well, hey everybody, Taryn Hackett, also known as Valrook across the socials. I'm a dice maker under the moniker of Umbraloculous Dice. You can enter code initiative for 10% off of full sets. You can catch me every other Tuesday over at the Red Hair Inn, playing a Hexblood Druid who is a little cinnamon roll. Coming back this Sunday is Fire Realms, the Cult Divinity Lost homebrew, where I terrorize and take out all of my frustration from other games on Jay, just for funsies, because I'm an Eldritch entity, and that's what I do. And so, with that though, I got to join in with Vault halfway through because, we changed systems. Fun fact.
You were with us. You were the...
Yes. Well, and the whole reason I actually even joined the community at all was because of this campaign before it ever started. So I was in the background for a while, and I was already a big fan. So there was a lot of myself and Peggy. And I want to thank all of you, and especially April, so much for giving me a safe space to play that character and continue my healing. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to piss Justin off all the time. But I love you guys. You're all amazing role players, and we have to continue to play games together because you guys are a friggin' blast. And April, you did a kick-ass job with Peggy's story. And again, I did not anticipate Peggy taking the healing path that she did, but I am truly grateful and appreciative for it. So absolutely, much love.
Means so much. Like I just I love you guys so much. Okay, Jay, the most charismatic ghoul in the Wasteland, who is now playing a super mutant on another channel.
Yeah, so
what?
I mean, hey,
what can I say?
A day. Sugar's who I play, but you can call me Jay. Casual. You can find me on all social media at just2casual. You can also find me on like 17 different Twitch channels now. I'll be on Far Realms as that starts up on the 13th. I'm also on Ekrem Expeditions every other Tuesday, being a version of a villain turned good Dark Knight essence in a fantasy in the best way I can ever imagine it. On Gehenna Gaming, I'll be doing Urban Shadows, which is a supernatural experience in an urban environment where I'm playing a monster slayer who thought everything is a LARPing and doesn't realize it's all real. I'm also on Cyber Nation Uncensored on Fridays, every Friday at 12 Pacific. I am going to be playing Kenpachi Yasuke, the super mutant samurai of Florida, who is looking for the greatest place of magic in the world, only known as Disney World.
Oh my God, Rob lets you play a super mutant.
I am a super mutant samurai who's trying to find the greatest source of magic, only to be known at Disney World, living that life as the super mutant Yasuke.
Where the fuck do you get off calling yourself casual? Sorry, go ahead.
First off.
Yeah. You're so extra. Oh my gosh.
You know what? I want to know where that like nickname came from.
You have to follow me on social media as I tweet about my casual journey at just2casual. But also, if you want to keep up on what I've been doing and pursuing, you can follow on Deep Breath RPG. Deep Breath RPG is the anime-inspired urban fantasy setting that I have been working over technically for over 10 years of world building up to this point, and the last year of hardcore game building to make what I have so far, which is going to be hopefully kickstarting this March, where you get to enjoy anime experience inspired by Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, Yu Yu Hakusho, Inuyasha, Cowboy Bebop, Gundam, and so much more, where the old world of magic is in conflict with the new world of technology. Playtest will be starting actually next week when I get the adventure ready. So if you follow Deep Breath RPG on Twitter and Instagram, and also the website deepbreathrpg.com to sign up for updates regarding that. That's DEEP bread THRPG. I'm excited to have a chance to have some of these people from Vault also join playtests and other stuff like that. I joined Vault as one character once upon a time, my Wasteland Ronin, who was a pink wearing samurai gunslinger because that's what I wanted to be. With a change of system and a change of location, I decided it was a change of circumstance and became a ghoul to change the narrative a bit. That ghouls can be charismatic and loving and sweet. It has been a wild ride because I remember being like, yeah, I play Fallout, I'll join in, and made a samurai. And then as we switch over, I was like, oh, you still want me in there? Let me make a change though. I don't play bards, so let me play a bard in a system that doesn't have a bard. And let me say this. for all the people that have said it 1,000 times, and will say it 1,000 times more. Overseer, you are a gift and a blessing, not just to this table that you have led a story through, not just through the initiative order in which you have helped establish, build, and make a thriving community in collaboration with, not just the TTRPG community in which you are constantly lifting, putting people in the spotlight, and thriving for them to succeed. You have created an environment of safety, of comfort, but above all, you have generated an essence of eternal love that I think everyone has felt in a way that has made us not just better people, but made us better for ourselves. So thank you for telling a story. Thank you for giving life to a time when life felt hard to live. And thank you for ensuring that love always existed in the most painful of times. And with that, I also want to leave on one last note. For those that have not realized, because times are tough, it's Black History Month. And this is a time that people should acknowledge. Black history is not only a month long, it should be all the time to acknowledge what we've gone through, what we live. Our culture is eternal, much like every part of our society. So take the time to really know what life is about, what we thrive for, but above all, togetherness. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter too much about where we came from. It's about where we're going, and we're all going to have to get there together one way or another. So stop all the hate for anything, be it the color of your skin, your sexuality, your religious beliefs, whatever that is. There's no need to ever have any hate in your heart. Negativity is not a debt worth collecting. Positivity is a commodity worth spending. Thank you all for being with us on this journey. But above all else, keep it casual or whatever.
Oh, hey, sure.
Every time. So not casual. Oh my god.
Yeah, casual, whatever.
Justin, Marcus Cole,
top that shit.
who I can, I can personally say, like, gave me the opportunity to learn and mentored me through learning how to play TTRPGs, and has just been such a great friend for so long. And I'm so thankful that, you got to join us on this journey. So Marcus Cole.
Overseer had an overseer, guys.
I overseer had an overseer this whole time, like in the background. So.
It's a cop out. You did it for him.
I'll keep it short and sweet. My name is Justin, and I did get to play Marcus Cole, which was a true pleasure. But I do want to thank April for inviting me to join her on this journey. It was truly fantastic. And I think the biggest compliment I can pay not only her, but the rest of the players was I truly looked forward to it each and every week that we got to play together. It was something that I enjoyed, and I'll leave it there.
True Marcus fashion.
Short and sweet.
Like, we have to have more of Justin.
That's why I said now social media. You need a social media so we can bug you. That's not fair.
There's only 3 words a week.
I gotta be careful. There are videos out there. I've done speeches like in front of thousands, like with hour-long. I don't want that shit out there spreading.
Now, time to hit Google.
Yeah.
I'll just have to have you on Far Realm sometime so I can take
Yeah.
out on Marcus. I mean,
I try to keep everything short and sweet. There is a YouTube video, I think, when I was at Target when I was doing a Black Friday speech.
What? Okay. And Alicia Marie, the coolest true cyborg playing a synth, like.
Hey.
I got to live out my cyborg dreams as Chipper. I'm Alicia Marie. I'm Alicia Marie Body on socials. I'm a costume maker, cosplayer, and RPG performer. And over the next next month or so, I have a lot of different RPG projects coming up that I'm really excited about. So watch my social media. You'll see what's coming. Most recently, I did a play test with the Good Time Society that will be airing soon. It was really fun. I played with some really amazing players that were just really, it's not a TTRPG, but it is a card game sort of situation. So it's a lot of fun. You might want to tune in. And the one thing I'm really excited about, I mean, everything I'm excited about, but I'm really excited about the fact that I am stepping into the DM seat this season. Ah! I'm gonna start slow, so don't get excited, April.
I call
already
shotgun.
Already fucking stoked. It's over. Like, sign me up. Where are we going?
Right? Yeah. I went to
Slow.
Super slow.
4 shows later.
Partly because April, like, you totally inspired me. Taryn, you inspired the heck out of me. And then, freaking Jay, you guys all, when, like, the fact that you can just step into a game with a table of people, like, looking at you, like, what are we doing now? And just lay it out there without any fear whatsoever, that it inspires me. It means, like, just buckle it down and do it. And I have a lot of stories. I think all of us do in this community. And what my biggest reason for wanting to be a DM is, like Jay was saying, like, these were some really, crazy times the past couple of years. And without games, there was almost like very little to look forward to. So I feel like all the DMs that allowed me to sit at their tables and be part of their games did so much for me over the past 2 years of hell, that I think it's time for me to be a DM and give back to the community too. Because I know a lot of DMs are like, don't become a DM, you'll never get to be a player again.
But hey, so many DMs now that there's always opportunity for that. So it's okay.
But also too, we need more female and Black DMs. So that's...
I also, so please be that person. And I'm just saying, like, I call shotgun
Black History Month. Woo-hoo.
Like, I got characters I need to play.
Okay, but speaking from that forever DM position, if you don't mind, I got like 20 characters sitting in
I make it a habit now to have games for DMs, just so DMs can play. Just like only DMs are allowed to play at my table for like the next few weeks. Just
dude, it's like the Star-Lord quote from like Guardians of the Galaxy. I've got some weird shit, like ready to go.
Don't worry, I have like one. I'm gonna start slow, like I said, because I want to freak myself out. But I do know that I'm definitely gonna want to start with my people at my table, so I don't feel so the anxiety doesn't come up. But the good news is that I'm excited about it, not scared. That's a good thing. And before I forget, Justin, please find one platform that we can harass you on. Just one.
Just one. You don't even have to upload a picture.
Just send me your address so I can mail you memes.
You can post a picture of your shoe.
Mail you memes.
To make fun of it.
Use your Marcus art.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
Just use
okay.
If he wakes up, he has a blue check mark already. He's like, what did I do?
If I can't harass you on a weekly basis, what the fuck is life?
Oh my gosh.
You're making it so tempting.
You get on social media, I'll grab my aloe vera and I'll wash
I'm kidding.
hair.
I'm actually very inactive.
Hair washing, Brian.
Something. Anything. But before I forget, really quick, I want to also say, April, you're an amazing person. Jay said everything I needed or wanted to say. I don't want to like take up all the time, but I was relatively new to TTRPGs as well. And when I got added, I remember like immediately you reached out to me and you're really excited about having me at your table. And I was like, she wants to have me at the table. And I'm like, kind of like a noob. I'd been playing for like 4 or 5 months maybe. But I still was like, okay, you were just really excited and enthusiastic about it. And I loved that when we gave you our stories, you took them and you like weaved them together. So there was meaning to like what we were so proud of putting together, like ourselves. You said, I love the fact that they put their hearts into their characters. I'm going to make them like matter. So it showed us that you really cared about our characters, that it wasn't just a throwaway thing for you. And that, I think that's why, like, when we were in the game and like we bumped into certain things, like I remember when Tipper found the pamphlet with like Jared's picture, like it's almost like it was like a real feeling. And I had not previously had that like in a game before, like we didn't, you threw the Easter eggs in there that threw us off. And that was sort of an exciting thing because you did that consistently throughout the campaign. But we've been through a lot. I think about when we met Ash at the, when she was fighting in the octagon. She thought we were all crazy. Hannah's shotgun. I think of like just changing platforms, changing
Hannah's husband.
Everything. And then
Still
Taryn.
feel bad about Hannah.
I
don't. Oh God, no.
Who the hell is Hannah?
We gave her a good old. We gave her a good old wasteland divorce.
We came into the life of and ruined it.
Listen,
All she gave us was
that's how our group
pies.
works. You know how many lives we ruined?
She gave us pies, and we gave her death.
Yes, that's exactly how it works.
Let them eat cake and murder, and we wanted cake and got pie instead.
Thanks so much for this pie. Oh, that's the husband of yours. Yeah. No, we're gonna murder.
But I feel like the question we all been asking, we want to know, is who the hell the mysterious stranger was. Obviously, the whole party wants to know.
I mean, I know who it is because
No.
it was.
Never once crossed my mind.
It was
Margaret,
supposed to be. It was supposed to be. I did have another guest star in mind, but one of our good friends. But I don't want to give too much away about why he was going to be the mysterious stranger or who it was, because there's potential that he might get to be in one of the miniseries and stuff. But so because that didn't work out because of timing and stuff, because of things that are personal for him, I did end up thinking Sugar's father was in the military, and a lot of the FEV and things like that were happening were originated in the military. So maybe.
So I just want to say, if that's the case, that's a terrible father. Instead of saying hello, son, he chose to sit at a distance and be like, I got you. I'll just stay over here, though.
The whole time for 100 years has been following you around, making sure that you were safe. But yeah,
all you have to do is say, hey, son.
You to know that he's watching over you.
That's how he showed his love. Like shooting people's brains out from a distance.
You know what? For a 1970s former military, that actually sounds
right. Brutally correct. Yeah.
Right. You're like, oh, for the time.
Call that par for the course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hug you, but I'll shoot things.
I'll shoot somebody for you.
Yeah. I just wanted to hug Dad. It's okay. I got a 38 caliber.
No, I got a bullet for that enemy of yours.
And Alicia, did you have?
No, it's just a problem. Is like I just keep talking forever, but I just want to say everything I said and just really.
I already talk way too much, so I apologize.
I don't apologize, and I talk too much. You're welcome.
All right,
I keep it short to compensate. Don't worry.
And of course, our wonderful special guest, Andy. Just let us know.
What is up? I'm Andrew J. Landy. You can find me at Andrew J. Landy on Instagram and Twitter, or twitch.tv/Duralath, where I stream fighting games and other various related video games. Starting to add more, getting back into the swing of things. I'm also a TTRPG player. I also join our wonderful Utahime cosplay on the TR campaign on alternating Wednesdays on twitch.tv/dat_D'Angelo. And on the opposite Wednesdays, I'm actually here on the Initiative Order as part of TIO Wednesdays, as part of the Nicest Contention campaign. I play Antral Bradbury. Yes, I play a fighter. Yes, that's right.
It's a samurai.
He is a samurai as well.
Who only plays fighters. That's just all.
That's his thing.
It's my trademark. But aside from
usually
all that,
human.
Yes, usually human. Showing the power of humanity as it is. But beyond that, follow my social medias. We keep updates there. I've got a couple more things in store for this year. Would just like to say to this cast, I have watched you all from the beginning, being able to tune in where I can, and watching your evolution as players, watching the story that you told and listened to with each other has been nothing short of paramount. And I want to commend you all for the excellent work and the heart that you have put into this campaign. And to April, our overseer, first of all, thank you for having me at this table in the spots where I've been able to join for Ash's backstory and of course for this finale. April, you are a gem. Never forget that. You've cultivated a table here that has captivated the hearts and minds of so many people, not just the players, but also the viewers here. Never forget how powerful you are and what you are wielding in that mind. And to all of the viewers that have watched, and whoever may watch this in the future on the VODs and the recaps, remember, folks, this is never goodbye. It's just see you later.
I know it better not be.
Gosh, but I don't want to say goodbye or see you later. I'm just like,
We're not gonna say goodbye.
I know.
I guess we
It's a
just gotta
year and a
get
half.
wasted again.
I'm just
We
like,
just gotta keep getting
Don't-
wasted.
I'm in.
I drank all the Viking beer.
don't forget your cactus. It's the best way.
No.
Oh no.
Yeah, exactly.
Or your cat.
You proud of that one? I'm gonna just get yourself out.
As somebody who habitually plays a cat warlock, yes, I am proud of that shit.
Oh my god. Meow, 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 meow,
I mean,
meow.
that is true. Stay tuned for the hashtag Deep Breath campaign that's coming to Initiative Order at a TBD.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good
Again,
luck,
again,
Chloe.
thank you all. Thank you all so much. Love you guys. I just thank you. Thank you. I can't express enough. So, and thank you for everybody that's watching. See you all again sometime later in the wasteland.
I guess it's time to close the vault door, guys.
No more knives.
No more knives.
Alright.
Bye.
No
y'all.
more locked doors.